It's that time. It is time for Indie Uprising. This is Indie Spotlight. Welcome to Indie Spotlight, where we take indie video game news, trailers, and new releases, and we get them out there for you guys to check out. It's the week that they've released the Indie Uprising, so we'll be getting to that in a little bit. But let's start with trailers. The first trailer that we have for you this week is Gasketball.
Alright, so behind the back, off the backboard, and in? No problem. Okay, well how about this? Off the ground, through the teleport, hit the pinball bumper, and nothing but net. What? Gasketball, set it up. Now that's more like it. Introducing Gasketball, the only game better than basketball, featuring 3 dynamite modes. Challenge your friends around the world to the ultimate game of course using tons of cool gadgets. Shoot your ball through a turbo booster, flip it through a teleporter, play levels in space and bend gravity to your will. Follow the Gasketbots through 4 unique worlds and a growing library of over 100 single-player levels, faster conveyor belts, gravity switches, spin fusers, and more. Share the screen head-to-head in an action-packed game of one-on-one and see who can bury the most hoops and become the Gasketball All-Star. Beat that, hotshot. The evolution of basketball is here. Gasketball, available exclusively for your iPad. Get it today at gasketball.com and become the ultimate shot master. See ya on the court.
There's not much I can really say about Gasketball. I just thought the trailer was really entertaining. It looks like it's going to be, a strategic kind of basketball game. Very, very simple. But I don't know. I just found the trailer to be really entertaining. I was laughing at it. It was just a lot of fun, so thought I would show that off. The next trailer that we have for you this week is a student-made game called Subduction. Subduction looks really cool. It looks like it's taking a lot from Fez in that you can move around in a two-dimensional space, but you also have 3 dimensions that you can move around in. Looks like you'll also be able to do a top-down view, side views. So it looks like it's kind of going a little bit beyond what Fez did. With Fez, it was more you're walking in a 3-dimensional world, and you can move around corners in 3-dimensional space, even though you were moving in 2-dimensional space. This is more you can intersect with other 2-dimensional space areas and move them around. So it looks actually really cool, a really cool spin on that kind of technique that Fez did. It looks like it might be something that could be even better, so I'm definitely excited for that one, and it looks really cool. And now the trailer by our very own Ryan Donnelly. We're going to be showing you the trailer for the indie game Summer Uprising. This year's Indie Uprising is looking to be really good. There's a lot of really cool games, and as you saw, Ryan did a really good job with that trailer. It looks like there's going to be some really cool titles, and it looks like this year is kind of going to be an all or nothing type of deal. We're trying to do as best as we can to get everybody and all their information out, news on it and everything, so that we can show the world that indie video games are not dying out. They're not being diluted in the market by other titles. We're trying to really show, especially Microsoft, which is doing the indie video game scene obviously for this, that we have what it takes to make some really good titles. To emphasize even more, Indie Spotlight's going to be doing special episodes for each individual release as much as we can. We're in contact with some of the developers trying to get some information on it so that we can have special episodes of Indie Spotlight specifically for each title. So you can look forward to those in September, and we hope you enjoy them. Alright, on to the news. This week, it looks like the creator of Pitfall is actually creating a Kickstarter for a new title called Jungle Venture. Apparently he doesn't have the rights to use Pitfall anymore since he doesn't work for the company that made it originally. And so he's trying to make a new version of the game or a new spin-off or something original that kind of plays just like it. So you can head on over to Kickstarter and you can take a look at his page, and if you want you can support the title. It looks like it's going to be pretty cool. Obviously Pitfall is a great game. I've loved every Pitfall game that I've played, from the original for the Atari, the Genesis version, Pitfall 3D, with Bruce Campbell. I mean, come on, that was amazing. So definitely go check that out. Hopefully he can make a really cool title. Alright, the next bit of news that we have for you is that Gateways, one of the Summer Uprising titles, and one that we've talked about before, is actually going to be releasing over on Steam. So you can actually go and enjoy it either on Steam, or you can get it on Xbox Live when it comes out for the Uprising. It's really up to you at this point. Alright, and then the final bit of news that we have for you is that for all of you Sonic lovers, I know I'm a big Sonic fan, Ryan is a much bigger Sonic fan than I am, but there's a game coming out, there's a demo right now for it called Freedom Planet. It looks like it's trying to be more of the old school Sonic, a lot of platforming, a lot of puzzles and everything within the platforming, with some speed elements as well. So if you really like the old school Sonic, suggest you go take a look at it and try it out for yourself. Alright, new releases that we have for you this week. We have Hero Academy coming out on Steam. We have 2022 Space Invasion, and then we have Symphony. So you can check out all of those games as well. Alright, thanks for watching this episode of Indie Spotlight. As always, if you have any indie video game news, previews, trailers, whatever you want, you can hit me up over at Twitter at twitter.com/Daizoren. You can hit up Ryan over at twitter.com/MasterBlood, or you can head on over to VBG TVs at twitter.com/VBGTV. I'm Kyle Locke, and thanks for watching this episode of Indie Spotlight. We will see you next week when we talk more about how just really cool Alright, new releases this week. We have a Hero Academy coming. Welcome to Indie Spotlight, the show where we take video game news, previews, and trailers. News, new releases, and trailers. News, trailers, new releases. News, trailers, new releases. News, trailers. Train. Train's gone now. I think I might have superimposed a train behind me for something like that. Okay.